There's something I've always had an issue with different types of devices, whether it's my phone, a small camera, or a GoPro, or action camera for that matter. These things are great for what they are, but the problem is they run out of battery charge very quickly. Honestly speaking, sometimes the battery isn't that great to begin with. So I found something that's a good in-between that really helps keep these things powered, but in general also serves multiple purposes. So as many of you know, on this channel, I like talking about gear that's budget friendly, reasonably good, and also sort of disruptive, meaning that it is unique, it has multiple uses, it's just good overall, and I personally think it's really valuable for your money. So for the thing I'm going to talk about in this video and some other videos as well, unless I specifically say, I have made it or bought it with my own money. So it is something that you can definitely think that I'm gonna. So as you're watching this video, you know that I'm saying something genuine. I'm not saying something just because I was paid to say it. Trust me, I will not recommend something unless I really think it's worth it, or unless I think that it's useful for you. Unless I think it's useful for you, unless specifically stated otherwise. So to answer the problems I talked about earlier, I found this, the telesin powerbank selfie stick. Now you're going to say, you know, this is a big power bank and where's the selfie stick? Well, that's where this comes in. Now, just wait a second and I'll show you why. So you saw through that little clip that this is a massive power bank / selfie stick all in one. Now, for those who are wondering right off the bat, it's supposed to be about 90 centimeters, and I can tell it's pretty long. Now, what this says is that it can charge some things up to 7 hours or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, and I'm pretty sure it'll vary depending on what your device is. Like if it's a small camera versus like a phone or a GoPro or something like that. So definitely it's gonna vary. Just keep that in mind, and you should definitely do your research when you are looking at that. I'm also gonna talk about the physical features and just some stuff that looks really cool off the bat, because I think it is gonna be worth it to have this for like travel or other things where you can use this in a much broader sense. So first up here, I'm just gonna talk about the main part. Now up here we have a screw, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is one that will go on most cameras and things that have like the 1/4 screw or something. I'll put it on screen if I, said something different. But standard screw. We also have a cord coming out from here, which is a USB-C cord. So most phones nowadays, most devices are actually USB-C, so you're good with that. Now I'm gonna just collapse this for a second. See, we're back to normal. Now we have like a rubberized grip here, which is, it feels really nice. Like I really like this. Feels pretty premium, and just so everyone knows, I paid about 60 bucks Canadian, so not too bad either. Now we also have indicator down here, so I'm just gonna see if I can turn it on. So you can't really see it because it's really hard to see from that distance, but if you can, right here where my finger is, there's white LEDs. This just tells you it's on, it's powering, it's etc. So that's easy. We have a power button on the back here, and we got a bunch of things as well that come along with this. One thing before I move on to the other accessories that come, we have a small screw bottom mount, which means you can put on like a tripod, some small little feet to put on this, which means this kind of acts like a mini tripod as well. So we got a good amount of mounting points. And just because it says it, I'm going to actually read it off. I just noticed this. It says the input / output is 5 volts / 3A, 3 amps I'm assuming, 9 volts / 2A, which is the output, and 12 volts / 1.5 amps. Now the rated capacity is 5,000 milliamps and battery capacity is 10,000 milliamps, so mAh, and 3.6 volts / 36 watts or 36 WH. So again, I'm not someone who knows a lot about battery capacities and the measurements and stuff, but at least that's what it says on the bottom, so you can get an idea if you want to see that and you can't find it in photos, because sometimes those things are hard to find. I know personally for me, I love seeing every little bit of it and knowing every little bit, because I do my research and I then know if it's a good buy or it's something that's not going to work for me well. So once you open the box here, which is just this long box, you have a manual inside. I'm not going to really look at the manual because I think it's pretty standard. You can probably find it online as well. But we have some stuff here which it comes into. So this big long open space is where the actual power bank selfie stick goes. So I'm not gonna put it in there. We also have this over here, which is a GoPro / I think action camera door that allows you to basically use the selfie stick with it on. So you just take this door off. So you just take the door off your GoPro action camera, and then you put this one on, and it just allows you to charge simultaneously. We also have, I think, the cord over here. I have to undo it after, but it's in there. We have the action camera mount right here, the one that has like those two-pronged We also have the action camera mount here, which is like just the two-pronged one. And lastly, over here, we have the phone clip. So like I said, you can use this for your phone. So it gives you a variety of options to use. So personally for me, when I found this, I was pretty excited about it. I actually found it while I was on a trip in Germany. And as soon as I came back, I ordered it right away because I was like, this is something I wish I had with me because it just has so many uses. And the tube, like the big extension part, is metal as well. So you're not getting some cheap plastic, you're not getting some cheap metal. It feels rugged. It feels like as long as you don't bend it like crazy or try to force it, you'll be fine. So this is something that I think is going to be useful for many people who are traveling, many people who are doing day trips, just in general, using for a variety of reasons and not using crazy big devices. I'm pretty sure you can mount like a DSLR or a mirrorless on this, but I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think it'll be that strong or that versatile for it. But use that at your own risk. If you're using a point and shoot, action camera, phone, you should be golden, you should be good. That being said, I'm probably going to make a video of this later on in the future when I have used this a little bit more, but this is just like an unboxing / first impressions, so you can get an idea. I'm not even sure if this is a new product, but I just found it and I saw it instantly. I was like, I gotta get this because there's so many uses again. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, got some value. If you want to see another cool one, be sure to look at this one over here, or check out the channel right over here. If you want to hit me up on Instagram or any social media, let me know either wherever it is on screen or in the links below or on my channel, because I'd love to interact with some of you, and I really hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next video. Peace.